Nice to be recording this quick conversation with Rufaro from Jersey Finance here on a beautiful sunny terrace at the Radisson in Sant. And Rufaro, great to chat to you again.
As always, David, I always love chatting to you.
So we combined really well on Thursday evening. We had an interesting event on UK education options. Mark Clubb from Team Asset Management represented Jersey talking about some of the financing of education options. What did you think of the event on Thursday?
To be honest with you, I think for me, Mark managed to make, investing in education become so tangible, especially to parents or even some of the intermediaries that were in the room, that maybe they struggle to know how to convince maybe parents or investors in terms of what investment is all about. So it was excellent. It was an excellent event, and the concept was great. Really broken down to ordinary language.
Fantastic. And you run the program here in South Africa for Jersey Finance. You've always got a huge amount on. I see you on LinkedIn all the time. Perhaps tell us, over the last few months, what are the sort of things you've been up to?
To be honest, I was a bit quiet in January.
Okay.
And then, Feb, we kind of really lit up Feb, especially with the SAVCA PE conference. So my colleague Elliot came down, and we had about 4 events. So we had 2 roundtables in Cape Town and Johannesburg. We also had a nice networking event. Okay, what I'm calling the 4th event is we were sponsoring the PE conference. So we met up with a lot of local intermediaries, and we also had one of the member firms actually coming down.
What was the atmosphere like at the conference? Are people optimistic on the opportunities? Where do you see, what were the takeaways from the conference?
I think for me, David, I started attending the PE conference in 2022 for the first time. And what I can say to you is, at that time, it was still very limited attendance because we were just coming from COVID. And if I look at the progression up to now, I've seen more and more people attend. And also, if I look at my charts with even the SAVCA itself, they actually say the tickets tend to get sold out even about a couple of weeks in advance. So if one needs to get a seat, one needs to book well in advance. That's what I've been told. So if one looks at just that, it actually says a lot about the fact that the community see the value of attending that conference. And they see the value. We see a lot of international intermediaries or companies actually coming to attend as well. If I look at a local level, like my colleague Elo tends to say that SAVCA conference is still one of those very few where very senior managers do attend. You are dealing with your partners.
So the networking aspect is key.
Yes, exactly. And especially for us sponsors, it's great because it's an opportunity to showcase what we have and what we can do. So
you had some popular merchandise that was flying off the shelves. I've heard it was causing waves at the conference.
Yeah, I think at times it's about being relevant. I always say, just as much as Jersey as a jurisdiction, it's a very, it's really one of those top jurisdictions that is, it's well known.
It's Premier League.
Yeah. Oh my God! Now you're taking me to soccer now. Yeah. So it was nice having merchandise that is relevant for the event. So yes, despite so we had some power banks, we had some multi-chargers, just in case you want to charge your phone, depending on which type of phone you have, you can actually charge your phone. And we also had some cups just in case, you want to maybe have a cup of coffee when you go back home. But what we found flying off the shelves, I'm not going to lie to you, David, the power banks, especially towards the end of the day, because imagine
you can't survive
the
without
conference
the phone.
has started in the morning. Now we have been maybe taking pictures and communicating, whatever it is. By the end of the day, now it became a water hole. That's all I can say. A water hole where you could see some lions, some water bugs. Everybody was actually converging at our stand, really benefiting from what we had.
Fantastic. And you're here for the Jersey member firms to come and help them grow their business in South Africa. Do they reach out to you a lot when they're making trips and kind of help you support them in the market?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I cannot promote Jersey on my own. So from a Jersey finance perspective, we need the support of members. We work very much in collaboration with members, because for those that are looking at Jersey, we can only showcase through our members and what they can demonstrate in terms of the expertise. So I do find more and more members when they come down. Yeah, we have meetings. They want to know more about, especially trends, opportunities. And it's always nice when we can do even events with members. So what we also did, especially around the South Cap PE conference, was when we created our networking event, it was actually kind of done in two parts. So we started off with the roundtable first, where we spoke a lot about Jersey and our expertise.
I saw the output on LinkedIn. I mean, it looked great.
Exactly. And then on the networking side, we actually had speakers from South Africa actually speaking about, the industry itself, because we also felt at least our members can actually benefit
in it's a two-way street, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, trying to understand the local industry, so that if they are looking for opportunities, they need to understand it rather than just reading the newspaper. So it's members do connect with me. We jointly do events together. They do support. I think you saw even some of them, especially at this last event.
Absolutely.
They do attend. They want to connect. They are looking for opportunities.
Fantastic. And you've got some exciting stuff as well lined up over the summer. Why don't you give us a flavour of some of the events you've got coming?
You know what? There's this which is still very much, I always say I've been telling to some of my contacts to say, when I invite you for the women's event, especially this one in 2024, don't take time to read it, because
be prepared.
Because if you don't open that email ASAP, by the time when you click attend, you know what, there won't be any seats left. So this year it's really going to be great.
Give us the high levels, what's the overall kind of theme going to be of that? I mean, you've run numerous women's events, haven't you? Yes. That have looked terrific. I've seen on LinkedIn.
Yes. So a lot is very much about women breaking barriers, especially for this year. Last year there was a lot on impact, but this year there's a lot of focus about breaking barriers and making sustainable impact, something to that effect. And the one thing that we are going to do this year, which we haven't really done before, especially at our women's event, is we've got one keynote speaker. To be honest, the story is just phenomenal. And we are also going to bring an expert who is going to, based on what she would have spoken about, to really equip women in terms of when you are in that boardroom, because we know there's generally less women on average in those boardrooms, right?
There's an imbalance. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you are in that boardroom and maybe you are not sure of what to do, or maybe things appear to be tough, what are those tools? So we actually have someone, an expert, who's also going to make sure that by the time when the ladies leave the room, they've got tools to navigate and manage and make sure that, women issues are, they are present. And also at the end of the day, as women, we can only complement men in those rooms. So we just need to be ourselves.
Network there,
yes,
don't you?
Exactly, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, look, Rufaro, it's always wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for partnering with us the other night, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yeah, and I'm hoping end of this year you might decide to bring PCD again into
well, who knows? We've had a lot of support and encouragement from people down here. So yeah, we're hopeful to keep on working with you and make something happen.
You are welcome. And it's always nice to see you. And the other thing that I just want to say, don't live without exploring Johannesburg. Okay. Because the weather is beautiful. There is no rain. It's not cold. And so just explore Johannesburg a bit.
It's a stunning day and we've had a wonderful week. So thank you so much for your welcome and hospitality.
You are welcome.